confirmed cases of the coronavirus in the U.S., and more than 65,000 Americans have died.
The president says weekending at Camp David sends a good signal.
I'm Scott Simon.
And I'm Lulu Garcia-Navarro, and this is Up First from NPR News.
At the White House, a new media strategy.
Will you pledge never to lie to us from that podium?
I will never lie to you. You have my word on that.
The Brazilian president mocked governor's stay-at-home orders, but the death toll there is rising.
And in New York City, EMTs are canvassing for coronavirus patients who should be in the hospital.
They're not sure. It's like, oh, should I go? Should I not? People are afraid, like, oh, it has to be severe. But a day could be life or death.
So stay with us. We'll give you the news you need to start your weekend.
Support for NPR comes from Trello, part of the Atlassian Collaboration Suite. During these uncertain times, Trello is here to help teams work together to solve big challenges. Trello helps teams communicate, focus, and connect. Try Trello for free and learn more at Trello.com.
Support for this NPR podcast and the following message come from BetterHelp, online counseling by licensed professional counselors specializing in isolation, depression, stress, and anxiety. Visit BetterHelp.com/upfirst to learn more and get 10% off your first month.
Brazil is rapidly becoming a new front line in the war against the coronavirus. Officially, more than 6,000 Brazilians have so far died due to COVID-19. The true death toll is likely to be much higher.
Officials are preparing for numbers to rise sharply in the coming weeks, and as governors and mayors desperately scramble for resources, Brazil's President Jair Bolsonaro is trying to deflect blame. NPR's Philip Reeves joins us from Rio de Janeiro. Good morning, Phil.
Good morning.
So what is the situation?
It's bad and it's getting worse. Brazil now has more deaths than China. It's become a global hotspot. The health minister here is warning that we could soon have 1,000 deaths a day, meaning a 24-hour period. The governor of Sao Paulo, where the country's biggest city is located, is saying that 90% of intensive care beds are already occupied. They may have this weekend to send serious cases out into the countryside to get treatment. People are building field hospitals as fast as they can. There are problems with staff getting sick, problems getting equipment. And here in Rio, there's a major shortage of intensive care beds. And in parts of the north and northeast of Brazil, they're already out of beds and the public health system's overwhelmed.
And this is a country, of course, with a great deal of inequality. Is Jair Bolsonaro still in denial? When the virus first struck, we heard him play down the threat. I believe he called COVID-19 a little flu. Has he changed his tune?
Not really. A lot of governors and mayors here are begging people to stay home, but Bolsonaro is going around making it clear that he's against broad social isolation because of the massive economic and social damage that causes, and he thinks these measures don't work. Now, that's a view some people take. Most doctors wouldn't agree with it, but some people see it that way. But Bolsonaro goes a step further. He very flamboyantly subverts social distancing rules in his personal behavior. He shakes hands with people. He goes out and meets supporters, usually doesn't wear a mask. He seems to believe that deaths caused by COVID-19 are unavoidable. He was asked the other day about the rising numbers, and he replied, "So what? Sorry, what do you want me to do? I can't work miracles." And that really upsets people, especially people in the front line. One of the worst cities here is Manaus in the north.